Okay, so here's an update of the bow restoration. As you can see from the previous video, I've removed a lot of the excess hairs which were just hanging off and not attached to either side. And I've tested the instrument. There's enough hair here to make decent sounds. So I was a bit worried about, because quite a bit of hair came off, but it appears to be playing okay. So I've decided to just leave it as it is. And I've made these two little pieces of wood. Since this bow actually has a bow, so it actually has a bend in the wood, that's probably why it touches here and it needs to be tensioned up. So I've made these, as I've mentioned in the previous video, these two little pieces of pine, which have little indentations or curves which allow the hair to go underneath them, and I'll be gluing it onto the bow. There's probably about 3/4 of it will be connecting to the bow, so I'm not sure how it's going to go, because it will have a bit of tension on it, and I'm going to have to use some pretty strong glue, probably some sort of epoxy. I don't think wood glue is going to be enough, and I might even put a pin through it, because a lot of the force is that way, and I think the glue may not be enough, so I may put a little pin through it, or a very fine nail, which will just keep that from moving. The other side, I've done a similar thing, similar piece of pine. This is what I do to it, so I just have a little bit of a curve underneath it for the hair to go. I'll be flattening this surface here, so there's good contact between this and that, but this won't have too much tension through it, because I'll be tying it around. This one will be, we won't have an issue which we may have on this end, so I'm a bit worried about this, but I'm going to give it a go. I'll put some epoxy or araldite, something like that, and then I'll probably put a pin through it, then give it a good sand. I'm going to have to stain these the same colour as that, so I'm not sure if I've got stain, but I'll see what I can do. And that's the progress of it. So, and that'll be all tidied up. I'll see how I go with gluing these on, and I'll make a video on the progress of it soon.